Hat here with another StarCraft 2 replay commentary. What I have for you today is a one-on-one between the red Protoss Eden spawning in the lower left and the blue Terran spawning in the upper right synystr. It is being hosted here on Typhoon Peaks, the lovely peak of StarCraft 2 world. So, alright, let's see, nothing too crazy going on just yet, just your normal standard open stuff. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Pylon going down. So I got these synystr replays off of a replay pack that he put out. And these are 1.3, and I think from what I understand he is known for his use of the Terran air units. So I think we can usually plan on seeing some air armies going on. So that's kind of what I am hoping for. I think with the new buff to the battle cruiser that that'll add a great advantage to the Terran air armada. So it'll be interesting to maybe see how he deals with Protoss in that way. Because normally you wouldn't think as Terran Air being very good against Protoss, because Protoss can just pump out things like Stalkers that just decimate things like that. So, you know, not usually the strategy you go for. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out then. We do have a barracks going down, some relatively early gas. I guess it's not that early. It's actually kind of late even, maybe. Not sure. But let's pop down here and see what Eden's doing. Eden, he's just dropping his gateway, dropping his Cybo core, pretty standard open. You know, it's either going to be 3-gate something or 4-gate or something like that. So he's got a scout running in here, and Eden's got his scout running in there. Let's see, Protoss just picking up his second gas. Terran not picked up their second gas yet. Nothing too crazy. He sees just standard open. Same thing with Proby McProbenstein there. He sees some pretty standard stuff. He sees the tech lab. So, he knows that maybe he's looking at an early push early on with a stim timing or shields or something like that. Nothing too crazy. Got the Marine coming out, guarding base. Protoss getting their first unit out. So that is a good thing. Let's see what they do. Another barracks going up. More supply depots, getting good vision on his base, making sure there aren't pylons hidden somewhere. Now he's snagging up a tower. Always good play. Always good play. Stalkers starting to come out for Eden. Is that second gateway going down now? That's kind of late for a second gateway. What are you doing, Eden? I am not sure what you are doing. Let's see, working on warp gate, getting the sentry out, more probes. He's really probing pretty hard. He has not stopped probe production yet. But I would say Terran is about in the same boat. Let's see, just going straight Marines out of this barracks. Still no second gas for Terran, so maybe he's looking for a relatively early Marine push. Oh, no, here it is, expansion going down for synystr, so he will be taking an economic lead, but here we go, it looks like Eden is going to be dropping his as well, so it won't be that much of an economic lead. Maybe he's just waiting on minerals there. Alright, so he's got his warp gates warping in. Got Marines down here, bunkers going down. Alright, so he's turtling a little bit. coming over here, chasing an SCV away. Lots of sentries. You'll see that the Protoss really like to have lots of sentries earlier because they just sit and build that energy, and, you know, let's say you got 4 force fields on each one of these things. That's like 12 force fields you can drop right there. Alright, so 3 gates into an expansion where he's dropping a 4th gate. And he does have almost full map control. Oh, as I say that, he leaves. But this SCV is still hanging out down here. SCV is going to sneak in right behind him and catch that. Wow, that's good use of that SCV to catch that. So here we go, the rest of the army coming up. Now synystr knows that he is going to be holding a push. He's got a bunch of gas going down now. Starport is already up. So is the barracks, or factory, obviously. Here comes the push. As you can see, what is this? Some stalkers, a zealot, and a bunch of sentries. So he's going to try and sneak in here, protect himself with the force fields. Stim is done, so he's going to stim up. Those force fields aren't near as effective against the Terran Marines so much as they are against the Zerglings and such. So he's going to maybe try and hope and snipe a few things, but I really don't think that this is going to go too far. He's already used quite a few force fields, so Terran might be able to push in here to him. Oh, no, he's just going to go home. Just going home. Alright, so he probably didn't need to fly away the command center, but it was the safe move. And I guess at this level of play, you know, you just like to be safe. I can appreciate safe play. So here he is, coming back in, putting down another bunker. And we got the Banshee coming out. He really doesn't do anything with the factory. He just totally skips factory tech, which is interesting. So let's see here. Let's look at the income tab, and we will see that Terran is quite a bit ahead. That's those mules at work. Eden is getting Blink Stalkers now and upgrading his ground units. He looks to just be sticking with those ground units. He's got 4 gateways, it looks like. 3 here, 1 there. Yeah, this is just a really kind of delayed 4-gate with an expansion in there. Now he's breaking down these rocks, and maybe he's going to go for another expansion. Terran's turtled up, all nice and hard. And now we have the mass starport approach. So he is going to have 4 starports and Marines. Alright, so we hit the lull, and everybody's just doing their macro thing. We got a little bit of harass going on. Some hallucinated phoenixes. He's going to try and scare him into thinking that he has Phoenix, and also get some good scouting on. Here we are, nice little cloak Banshee doing his thing. Oh! Cloak runs out. Detection done. He's got a couple zealots, a couple sentries, and some blink stalkers. So it looks like he's going straight up with the blink stalker approach. Now let's see. Did he get scouting off? Let's see. So he just refunded all of those bunkers. Now he is starting to just mass produce out of 4 starports. Going for the Banshee. Take a look at the Banshee here. Weapon speed 1.25, attack 2, range 6. So it's got good range, does decent damage. No armor to speak of, relatively quick. Really, I think of the Banshee more as a harass unit, not so much as a army composition unit. I've just never really found a good use for them in the army composition, because you'll find units that do so much better DPS. So he's going to move out with a Raven and some Banshees and Marines. I'm also kind of surprised that he doesn't throw in like a medevac or 2 just to... But I guess at this point he's going mass production on these Banshees. And what is he producing now? Leave that production tab up and keep an eye on this army. He looks to be producing Fusion Core and Vikings. So he is going to go and try and go for the battlecruiser approach. Right here we'll see Eden breaking down some rocks. He's got some cannons up for defense, also that detection. He's finally got his Robo Bay in. Blink Stalkers already researched. No more gateways, though, for the most part. He looks to be taking that extra cash and putting it on into the robotics facility. Now, he has dropped his 3rd. And here comes the push. Marines trying to engage with all of these